Welcome back to NWA USA, and we are kicking off tonight's show with the Ring General, the #1 contender to that NWA World Heavyweights Championship. Volta recently made Will Ospreay on NWA Power go up against Imperium, with expanded numbers thanks to the return of Alexander Wolf. But tonight it's one-on-one action for Volta. I would say that him and the Empire are currently pretty equal after the Empire put him in a handicap match, and then he just did vice versa with the help of William Regal. And unfortunately Ospreay went out of that with a loss, which is really damaging for Will Ospreay's momentum lately. Volta's got to be feeling very confident, but tonight he goes up against the Empire. Again, one-on-one. That's because the Ring General, accompanied by newest recruit Ilya Dragunov and the man that recruited him, Pete Dunne. The Empire is forever expanding. Who thought we would see Will Ospreay, Ilya Dragunov, and Pete Dunne all within the same unit? But tonight, Jeff Cobb is the man to go up against Volta after a strong win against Tommaso Ciampa. Jeff Cobb on a bit of a high. Of course, Pete Dunne at ringside tackled Volta himself in the past. Earlier this season, in fact, they had a feud over the NXT Championship before we transferred over to the NWA. Oh my god, an overhead chop. And look at Volta right off the bat going after the arm trap chops. Pete Dunne picked up the United States Championship of the NWA just a couple of weeks ago off of Karrion Kross, the man that will face The Undertaker at NWA Starrcade after calling out the legend. Not directly, but The Undertaker very directly answered Karrion Kross's call out rather. And look at Volta with a butterfly suplex and the release on it. Look at the distance that he made Cobb cover, and a double just like a shotgun drop kick there. Holy shit. And a knee to the midsection. Cobb trying to get back into this, but heavy hits from Volta early on in this match. Cobb's probably one of the few members, especially one of the few members in the Empire, that can go one-on-one, toe-to-toe with the strength of Volta. Oh, and a takedown there from Volta. And away with a grounded Cobb. That hip attack. And as we progress through, you see a fan there with one of the infamous shots of Volta chopping Ilya Dragunov from the independent scene. That was very cool. But yeah, as we progress through more and more shows, we get closer and closer to Starrcade, the season finale, where that man Volta, the Ring General, will face the Kingpin, the King of the Commonwealth, Will Ospreay, for what is being dubbed the undisputed NWA Championship. Of course, it's just the it's the World's Heavyweight and the National. He's being allowed not to defend the National Championship at the pay-per-view, thankfully for him. Not so thankfully for anybody else that wanted an opportunity at it. Oh my god, and that short lariat there. Look at Volta's strength. He's been making light work of Jeff Cobb. After Cobb put on an amazing match with Tommaso Ciampa recently, it's quite interesting to see him go up against Volta and be slowed down to Volta's pace. Oh, and a forearm. Oh, and he caught him in the sleeper. He caught him in the sleeper hold. He's got Cobb trying to knock Cobb out. Cobb's trying to get to the ropes, and just like that, Volta with an extremely dominant win there against Jeff Cobb. Now, a couple of weeks ago, when Tommaso Ciampa made his debut, he unfortunately fell victim to TJP and TJP's submission hold. DIY recently reunited during Johnny Gargano's feud with the Empire. Tommaso Ciampa brought in as backup. And tonight he wants to get that win back. He's going to be taking on TJP one-on-one. TJP and Logan Paul have been trying their best to corner Johnny Gargano and pry away that Super Junior Championship away from him. And tonight is going to be no different, because in the main event, we're going to see Johnny Gargano versus Logan Paul again. Logan Paul has already had one opportunity, William Regal giving him a second chance after his, I guess, dedication to the business. He's been very, very impressed with Logan Paul, coming from being a social media star into the world of professional wrestling. TJP has made it very, very clear on social media that if Logan Paul doesn't manage to take away Johnny Gargano's championship, then he'll do it himself. Whether it's this season or next season, he'll find a way to get that championship away from Johnny Gargano. Backstabber there from TJP again. Already got a submission win over Tommaso Ciampa during that big brawl that we saw a couple of weeks ago when Ciampa made his debut. And look at this combination with the knee attack, the bicycle knee, and now a grounded TJP, and TJP rolled him through, double forearms to the face of Ciampa. Some people have been saying, mostly from United Empire supporters, that Tommaso Ciampa getting slower than he used to be. And I've got to say, after recent performances, maybe they're right. Maybe Tommaso Ciampa isn't as proficient in the ring, let's put it that way, than he used to be. Snapmare attempt, catches the leg of TJP, and there's the short-armed clothesline. And now again going for those mounted punches. Oh my god, powerbomb position. Oh, Project Ciampa! Out of nowhere, a Project Ciampa to TJP, and Johnny Gargano just slid him the chair. Johnny Gargano just slid him the chair, and the fans seem pretty game for whatever it is that Ciampa has in mind, and TJP's fighting back. Tactic here from Ciampa that we might not have really, oh my god, that we might not have seen before, but Hurricane Rana catches Ciampa on the chair. Oh, and a brutal forearm strike. Oh my god, look at the attacks. Kick to the midsection, looking for the fairy tale ending. Oh, on the chair! 1, 2. Oh my god, and look, I don't know if it was the assist from Logan Paul, but the referee calling off the pinfall. TJP looked like he got his shoulders up. Oh my god. And Logan Paul was on the ring apron. Look at Ciampa. TJP looks like he's awoken something within Ciampa. A brutality that was buried down during his break away from professional wrestling before returning to help Gargano. Oh my god, and a big boot. This is the Ciampa that we remember. Not the one that lost against Jeff Cobb, but the one that's now brutalizing TJP. Gargano's on the apron, but TJP not turning his back away from Ciampa. Oh my god, a combination of attacks there. Snapmare. Look at TJP. Oh my god, kick to the side of the head, and Ciampa's back to his feet. Oh, what a combination of blows. Oh, and a low blow. Low blow. Referee didn't see it. I don't know how, but referee didn't register that it happened. Even though he was looking right at him. Look at this. Double arm chicken wing into the gutbuster. Ciampa's down. And Gargano on the ring apron, but it doesn't make a difference. Oh my god, and Ciampa with a kick out. TJP looks furious right now. Oh, and Ciampa fighting back. Ciampa's got some life in him. He's struggling to move a little bit. Lifting him up. Could have been looking for that gourd buster again. Springboard. Oh my god, and Ciampa shifted out the way. Oh, and a knee to the face. Knee to the face. Looking to put away TJP. Oh, and the running knee. TJP's down. Ciampa with a pinfall. And there we go. Tommaso Ciampa. TJP looked like he was going to scum his way to a victory after that low blow into the double arm chicken wing. But Ciampa managed to pull through that brutal knee strike. Aimed for the head. So last week we saw the debut of Io Shirai, and she picked up a humongous win against Ronda Rousey. And tonight both Rousey and Baszler are going to be out here to get a little bit of retribution because Shayna Baszler has challenged Io Shirai on social media to a match. William Regal has arranged it. And hopefully, hopefully Shayna Baszler won't suffer any humiliation at the hands of Shirai, who showed last week that she is a fearsome competitor, catching Ronda Rousey completely off guard and getting a pinfall. Now, of course, last week Charlotte Flair called in the help of Io Shirai as a bit of a challenge to Ronda Rousey after Rousey demanded a competitor from Flair's corner. Flair since then has cut ties with Io Shirai, acting as a bit of a doorstep for Shirai to break her way into the NWA. But Shirai's got a bit of a new ally in the form of Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai's made a couple of appearances on NWA over the past couple of months, and has now aligned herself with Shirai. It'll be interesting to see how long this little union between Io Shirai and Dakota Kai sticks around, remains. But yeah, neither women are officially signed, but Dakota Kai rather has said that they're both underdogs. They're both seen as lower tier competitors. Dakota Kai gets her entrances cut, usually from shows, and Io Shirai massively underestimated. It took Charlotte Flair to get Io Shirai into the NWA, and Dakota Kai said, enough, we're going to team up, we're going to take on the Horsewomen. So that is what we're seeing here tonight, a new partnership between the two. Look at the athleticism there from Shayna Baszler, flattening Shirai. I mean, Baszler's come way more prepared than Ronda Rousey did last week. And Shayna Baszler's singles track record has been very good, combined with the fact that she's essentially being screwed out of that #1 contendership position by Rhea Ripley. Oh my god, did you hear that slap from Io Shirai? Oh my god, did she just block that spear, fighting her off? Good grief. Baszler might have just met her match. That brutal slap almost knocked Baszler off her feet. Oh my god, and this has turned into just a straight up brawl. Look at the European uppercut. And Baszler is back on top with the heavier hitting strikes. But yeah, like I was saying, Baszler's been fighting her way to a #1 contendership position, hoping to main event the women's division match for Starrcade. And William Regal booked Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. So Baszler not at all very happy. Dakota Kai now on the corner there, yelling something to Shayna Baszler. I don't know what Shayna Baszler just said in response, but Io Shirai taking this as an opportunity with the straitjacket German. And Io gets thrown to the outside. Shayna Baszler, my god, a force to be reckoned with. Oh my god, and launching Shirai into the steel barricade. And again. Straight around into the combination. Oh my god, and kicking her into the barricade now. And look at Baszler squaring up to a fan. Saying, bring it. Shayna Baszler lifting Io Shirai with ease. Oh, good grief! And launching her to the outside of the ring. We've spoken about how big of a drop that is from the top rope down to the ring mat, down to the floor mat. That's one hell of a drop to the floor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Baszler with a cutter! Baszler with a cutter on the outside. Io Shirai looks like she is out. Io Shirai looked out then. And Baszler dragging her into the ring. Taking her time to follow her in. And look at Baszler stalking her prey. This is why Baszler wanted to main event Starrcade, but Shirai fighting back. A last-ditch attempt. Kick to the midsection, and Baszler lifting her up, suplex position into the Kirifuda. And Shirai got her legs on the ropes. Baszler's pissed. Baszler's pissed. And Shirai makes it back in, straight into the hands of Shayna Baszler, who's targeting the arm. Oh my god. Who knows what damage Baszler just did to the arm of Shirai. Oh, but she's fighting back. She's fighting back. Oh, look at this burst of energy there from Io Shirai. Snapmare into the basement dropkick, and Baszler took both feet to the face there. Look at Shirai. Shirai bouncing up to the top turnbuckle. Oh, and jumping over the attack. Oh, roll through, victory roll, double foot stomp to the chest of Baszler. Io Shirai with a head of steam right now. I don't know how she's still going after taking that bump on the outside. Oh, moonsault to Baszler. One. Oh. A bang on the two. Shayna Baszler with the kick out. Referee barely let the word two leave his lips. And again, Io Shirai, like she did last week, a second moonsault. It put away Ronda Rousey. Will it put away Baszler? No. 2 in a row was not enough. Kick to the midsection, and Baszler now looking for a second cutter. And she hits it. Baszler, it took a lot out of her there. Her abdomen clearly in a lot of pain. Kick to the midsection of Shirai. And drops her into the Kirifuda, this time in the middle of the ring. Shirai's got nowhere to go and she's forced to tap. Io Shirai with a fantastic performance there against Shayna Baszler, but it was nowhere near enough. Baszler is just a whole new force to be reckoned with. And she is putting this women's division on lockdown. It is her playground, her stomping ground. Earlier tonight we saw Tommaso Ciampa put away TJP. And, well, it's time for the other half of that match, and it's going to be Logan Paul taking on Johnny Gargano. A second time. This is Johnny Gargano's final defense of the season for that Super Junior Championship. Is he going to walk into the next season still champion? We're about to find out. Logan Paul, again, being given this second opportunity because William Regal's extremely impressed with the effort Logan Paul has put in to commit to the business, to commit to the athleticism required to be a professional wrestler. TJP and Ciampa being patched up after their brutal but brief match earlier tonight rather. And we've got one more week to go. We've got another episode of Power, another episode of USA, and then boom, we're at Starrcade. Like I said, Gargano not going to have to defend that championship again for the rest of the season, for the next 3 shows. This is his last opportunity to enter Season 2 or the official first full season of NWA as the Super Junior Champion. This has been the first noticeable feud for the Super Junior Championship, and a rake to the eyes right off the bat there from Logan Paul. The United Empire has been trying to capture that championship for some time now, and we could see TJP challenge for it in the future if Logan Paul's unsuccessful. We could see Ilya Dragunov, Kyle Fletcher. There are multiple members of United Empire that qualify for the Super Junior division. So it's going to be interesting to see how many members of the Empire Johnny Gargano can put away. But first he's got Logan Paul to dispatch, who has been incredibly impressive online. People agreeing with William Regal that they're surprised how good at professional wrestling Logan Paul is. Known for his online content, he's been... oh, we'll ignore that. He's been through a certain number of controversies himself and has made all different types of content over the years, but recently branching into boxing and now professional wrestling. He's really become a jack of all trades, and if he could win an NWA championship, that would be incredible. Superman punch there from Logan Paul to Gargano, and Gargano on the defense now. Paul on the offense. Gargano was on the offense for the majority of the introduction of that match, but Paul has managed to bring it back with his mentor TJP at ringside. William Ospreay, Will Ospreay, and TJP have been training Logan Paul since his debut, and well, before his debut. Good grief! Look at the punches there from Gargano. Gargano on the apron looked like he could have been setting up for the spear. And Logan Paul retreating to the outside because his face has been busted open. I don't know at what point. Again, sometimes we miss the specific moves that bust these guys open, but something along the way has caught Logan Paul. And he's bleeding quite badly from the eye. And he's baited Gargano into the corner, into the barricade there. Good grief. Look at the face. Holy shit. That looks like a pretty deep wound on the face of Logan Paul. And taunting to the crowd. TJP just told him that he can't get a count out victory against Johnny Gargano. It won't be a valid championship win. I don't think Logan Paul even knew. And Gargano going to the apron, but deciding against it. Changing tactics here. Poison Rana! Dumps Paul on his head. And a double foot stomp. Gargano has been in control this entire match. Oh my god, and a brutal knee to the face. Small package. 2. And Gargano with the kick out there. Logan Paul now in a very precarious position, surrounded by both members of DIY, and he's having to fight back. Oh my god, and a running knee. Gargano can't touch, Ciampa can't touch him. Holy shit. And then the taunting from Logan Paul saying, get in the ring, let's go. Let's finish this. Logan Paul with some arrogance there. Oh, and catches him in the neck breaker. Good grief. Oh my god. Look at the disrespectful slaps. And now, viral hit from Logan Paul. And Paul bringing Gargano back to his feet. And a second viral hit. And now Logan Paul to the top turnbuckle. Holy shit. And Logan Paul calling for the finish. Is this it? The biggest win of his career. And Gargano got his knees up. Gargano got his knees up. Gargano. Sliced bread. Holy shit. And Gargano with Paul grounded. Oh, and a super kick. 1, 2, and Gargano's done it! Logan Paul was a frog splash away from stealing that championship, and Johnny Gargano has managed to hold on to it until next season. He goes in with that Super Junior Championship. He's got to be happy with himself after that one. DIY coming out on top tonight.